and salutations. It is I, Professor Macabre, for another day of the 31 days of Halloween Spook-Tacular. Yes, indeed, and I am here to regale you with a movie review. Yes, indeed, because spooky season is about watching spooky movies. Unless you're a horror fan, then you watch horror movies all year long. 365 days a year, baby. And that's how we roll. But for the spooky season, I do want to produce, spooky content. So I'm going to do a review on a spooky movie that I saw on the weekend. It is actually a movie that I haven't talked about in the channel. And I am always up to talking about anything related to the Universal Monsters. Yes, indeed. I love the Universal Monsters. You got your Dracula, you got your Hund Frankenstein, you got your Bride und Frankenstein, you have the Gillman, you have your Mummy, and the one in question that I saw and wanted to talk about is the Invisible Man. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I like the Invisible Man. I like the look of him. It's this guy whose face is covered and has glasses, so I can relate to that motherfucker. Yes, indeed. The thing is that he is a scientist, and he's doing science as scientists do. And he discovers a formula to make things invisible. And he's like, holy shit, I just made this thing invisible. And I lost it. God damn it, why did I make that thing invisible? Now I can't find the fucker. Ah, shit. Oh, well, might as well test it out myself. And he does, and the scientist called Griffin turns himself invisible, and he's like, hurrah, hussa, my experiment worked, now I am invisible, and I can't see myself. Oh, shit, I have no junk. Even the junk is invisible. And, oh, crap. Okay, now how do I turn myself back? Oh, shit. So that's the gist of what he's trying to do. He made himself invisible, and now he can't make himself unvisible. That's a word, right? Sure it is. Unvisible, yes indeed. And that's basically the whole thing. He goes into a remote little town with his head all bandaged, his little cool hat, his cool goggles, and his really cool voice, and he's trying to find a way to make himself visible because he left behind his girlfriend, fiance? I don't think it's his wife. So he wants to make himself visible to, so he can get back to her and they can see each other. Which, if you're fugly like me, you might want to stick to the mask, because no one wants to see a fugly guy. Believe me, I would know. More good looking with the mask. Yes, indeed. So, but of course, people back in the day were superstitious and scary lot, and always trying to meddle in his experiments and trying to see what's what until eventually one of them sees him without the bandages, and he sees that he's see-through. Yes, indeed, he's right through the guy. Puns. And that's when everyone gets together and they get at this constable who's very disinterested in his job. He's like, oh, he's invisible then. All right then. Okay, what's this all about? And he goes to visit the guy like, oi, you've messed up with this lady, eh? What's this all about? And then eventually he's like, all right, you fuckers, I am sick and tired of you and your fuckiness. You wanted to see me? Well, you're not going to be able to see me. And he starts unraveling, and he's invisible, and it's like, holy shit, he's invisible. And now, how do we catch him? We can't catch him. Feel around. I think I got him. I think I grabbed the wrong part. Stuff like that. And it's actually very funny how the Invisible Man fucks around with people. Eventually, he goes back to his friend, slash rival, who has a thing for the girl, and he's actually quite happy that Griffin is out of the picture, because then yes, all for Silas, and he actually starts put a trap for Griffin, and he's like, I'm much too clever for you, motherfucker, and eventually kills him, fully descending into madness. And I would imagine that would happen if you saw Hollow Man, which is an adaptation of The Invisible Man, But more on the book, not on the Universal thing, because Universal has a tight grip on the rights of their characters. Even though the characters themselves are public domain, and even I can make a movie of them. The design and the look and the names are registered through Universal, so there are things that you can't use. But in Hollow Man, after that long tangent, also turns himself invisible, and he starts going insane because he can't sleep, you see. Because he's always seeing, because his eyes lids are invisible. So he can't close his eyes because, they're not there. And then, sure, I think he could use a mask or something, but then he can't see, and if it bothers him, he takes it off, and he's like, holy shit, I can't sleep because I'm always being bombarded by light. Ah! As someone that recently had sleep problems and didn't sleep properly, I can tell you the lack of sleep does indeed fuck you up in the brain. It's even more grievous if you're already fucked up in the brain. Yes, indeed. So I can see how someone that is invisible would descend into madness. I would assume vampires have the same problem, because vampires, according to lore, don't cast a reflection. So I would imagine they're like look at themselves in the mirror and see nothing. It's like, what even am I? I can't cast a reflection. Do I even exist? Am I even real if I have nothing to look at? Am I handsome? Am I growing old? I can tell you this much, being invisible would also be a bitch to be a content creator, because you would never be able to do TikToks or YouTube shorts or what have you. So it might be good for the spy game, but for real life normal schmoes like everyone, being invisible would suck the big ass. Yes, indeed. And eventually Griffin does go crazy, and they put a trap for him and then shoot him, and he dies, and as he dies, he turns visible again. And his girlfriend's like, oh, he dead. And the fucker that was after me is dead too. I'm all alone. So yes, that is the Universal The Invisible Man, and I love it. I love the fact that they pulled off the effects way back when. Yes, they look really cool. Doors open by themselves, chairs move by themselves. The Invisible Man is in fact invisible as he's taking off his bandages. He still moves, but he has no head. I love it. I love the effects in this movie, and I love the Griffin character that is the Invisible Man. There's also a sequel with Vincent Price, and that one's also good. Yes, indeed, that one's also good. Highly recommend the sequel. Very good. And Abbott and Costello Meet the Invisible Man is another good one. Yes, indeed. And of course, if you want something more modern, there's Hollow Man, which is actually pretty good. I like Hollow Man. Has Kevin Bacon in that. And they also made another adaptation, properly called The Invisible Man, which rips off an episode of Batman the Animated Series, where it's this guy that creates a suit that makes him invisible. But the way that he fucks up with the main character in The Invisible Man, the most recent one, that was, chef's kiss, really good. So if you're looking for something to see, and of course, before I forget, we got John Cena. You can see him, so he's essentially invisible too. Yes, indeed. So you have a lot of invisible movies about someone that you can't really see on screen, but you can see movies about invisible people. So that's the way that things work. Yes, indeed. So if you can watch, again, always recommend you buy the physical media copy release. It's gotten numerous DVD releases, VHS releases, Blu-ray editions of The Invisible Man from Universal Studios, so you can watch it. But if you're in a pinch, HBO Max has it for your enjoyment, so watch it there. But buy the physical media. Support physical media. Yes, indeed. Have you seen The Invisible Man? Do you love it because it's an all-time classic with great effects, great characters? The only negative is that screaming lady. It's always like, ah, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, oh, ah, ah. That she gets annoying, I must admit. But do you still love it? Or are you indifferent in The Invisible Man? And I would like to know why. Let us know in the comments down below. But until I see you all again next time, this is Professor Macabro thanking you for watching the video and supporting the 31 days of Halloween Spook-Tacular, and wishing you all, like always, for this month, Happy Halloween!